to another episode. Today we reacting to the situation that just went viral when Jeezy's ex-wife Jeannie tried to come to the house and get her stuff. Let's look at these clips, then we're gonna come back and talk about it.
So, KJ, are you on the phone? I just want you to know, as I'm looking here, some of the boxes are damaged with the clothing completely exposed. Just make sure not having respect to a woman. Just think about that.
You just want to check on the furniture that you came with. Is that correct?
I want to do my walkthrough. That's the court order. Let me do my walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings. I moved my whole life from Los Angeles to here. I also had a baby here. I lived in this house. I decorated this whole house. So yeah.
All right, so this clip went viral. A lot of people feel like she was bitter. Why she even trying to go through the house? It's over. You got what you needed. Why you worried about decorations and stuff like that? But she said, hey, I got a court order. I used to live here. I want to be able to go through this house and make sure, because it was giving, he had already packed up her stuff. And I guess she wanted to make sure nothing was left behind. I don't know. But let's dive deeper into the situation that happened with them. Now, I know y'all remember him and Nia Long talking about the divorce, what he could say, because Jeezy ain't said nothing bad about her, and then her kind of telling on herself with her anger problem. Let's take a look.
Said if it couldn't work, then you would leave.
Yes.
Even if there was a family, even if there was kids involved.
If the other person is not willing to do the deep, hard work, then you stay. And when you stay, you have to make yourself smaller to stay, to survive.
1000% agree with you.
You can still love them, by the way.
Right.
You can still love them. You can still wish them the best. You can still, you might have moments where you want to cuss somebody out. Like, that's normal. Like, we have feelings and emotions. But you can love people right where they are.
Right.
Because to me, that's really a sign of my own personal growth. If you can love the person that hurt you.
Right. But you mean love them from afar?
You love them from afar.
Right.
You wish them well. You bless them on their journey, and you hope that the next time around that they have the opportunity to do the work, that they do the work.
Taking this journey with you of healing, because I think love is two people healing together and giving each other the space to do so.
I have a really hot temper. Not a lot of people know this, but it's just something in my family. I've seen it in my grandmother. Saw it in my grandfather, to my grandmother, to my mom, to my aunts, to me, right? But I didn't notice it in myself until I was with Jeezy.
Interesting. You didn't notice in your previous marriage?
No, because it has to do with the type of relationship you have and the type of respect you have for that person to mirror things back to you, where you actually would stop you in your tracks and evaluate yourself, you know?
So you had it.
So I had it, but nobody ever called me out on it. Also, in my line of work, sometimes being a boss isn't so great for you, because you have a lot of people who just agree to what you want. They're yes men, right? And so I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy. And here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like, who? That's not flying here. And also, it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? But I was triggering him. So through work, we learned that we both have certain habits that to the everyday person, from friends, family, fans, they'll never see it. But to the person who loves us deep enough, you can press that button and boom, the dragon comes out.
All right, so y'all heard him talking to Nia Long again, saying what he could say. He did not drag. This man has not drug her. You can tell when a man loves and respects a woman, certain things he's just not gonna say publicly and put her on blast. Let's talk about some of the stuff she said about her anger issues, her feeling like she was his equal. And even if she didn't mean it in no type of way, it just came out bad with her saying that. But the fact that her behavior, her attitude, the way she spoke to him wasn't gonna fly. See, when she first started talking, she made it seem like she was submissive and she knew her place and the man ran the show, whatever, in this marriage, because y'all know Jeezy was her second marriage. But them true colors came out. I have a saying, and I'm sure I got it from somebody somewhere else. You don't know a person till you live with them. And when they tried to coexist in that house together, things changed. Her true colors came out. And from that Nia Long interview, what I saw with Jeezy, I saw a man who was torn, who wanted to make it, and again, I'm speculating, a man who wanted to make that marriage work, but wasn't going to compromise his manhood or be a simp for a woman. And I think that maybe she forgot about that because she had a little status, or I got him, now we're married, I had his child. A man is not going to stop being a man just because of a woman, just because he cares for a woman. He was a man before he was able to be a father or a husband. So it's like, you thought you was going to be able to run off at that mouth. You thought you was going to be able to be all sassy and give him all this attitude. In a nutshell, I think that environment was no longer peaceful because we all know, they always put the statistics out here for us, men don't really file. It's the woman who files for divorce. So the fact that he filed, everybody's kind of like, she must have did something. She did something, and kudos to him for not putting their business out there like that, because I think that's another component of it. Being online, messy, people being in their business. I've heard some things about her mother being very overbearing in their relationship. The fact that it was already interracial may have had some added pressures or trials and tribulations. But a lot of people feel like her, the way she was moving at the house with the boxes and the recording, that first clip, she was bitter. Again, why do you need to go through the house? Y'all, you got money, you can rebuy whatever. You know, maybe it was a sense of entitlement that she felt like she had. Again, it was court ordered, so according to the court, she had the rights. But I think that most people is thinking like, why not just move on? But you do have some people who commented feeling like, hey, she have the right to do it, so let her do her walkthrough, make sure she got everything that belonged to her. Lastly, I want to say this. In my opinion, when you look at rich people's divorces, from what I can see, rich people don't fight for their marriages like that. They don't feel the need to try to work them out, I think, like an average everyday person would, because of the money. They don't care about, oh, this house in both our name, what's going to happen with the mortgage, oh, we got to sell this house and split the money, then I can go my way. It's the financial freedom that they have, I think, makes them quit more. It makes them not fight as much, in addition to ego. I think rich people have an ego so that if things are going south in their relationship, or I can get with somebody else, I can just get a new you. In Jeezy's case, a 10-year younger you. And in her case, maybe she can get another man too, even though he's the one that filed. But it's like, they have egos. I don't need you. I'm not about to make accommodations. I'm not about to try to change or compromise because I could just get somebody else. I have money. You heard her saying she was dealing with a lot of yes people who wouldn't give her constructive criticism for fear, because a lot of people worship money. And when wealthier people speak, the people listen. People don't want to correct a person with some money because they're afraid of being out the circle and out that loop. So in my humble opinion, I think that richer people divorce over things that average everyday people would try to work out a little bit better, because they need each other a little more, at least financially, if nothing else, because these people, you can't even say stand together for the family, because he left her with a very young child. Their kid is a little kid, a toddler. So we're gonna stay tuned to see what happens with Jeannie, Mai, and Jeezy. But a lot of people feel like she bitter, he don't want her, and she just need to move on. Why you worried about going through that man house? You got your stuff, he packed it up for you. Get the box and go and get up out of there. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about this latest revelation into their divorce saga. And as always, I appreciate the love and support. Till the next time, I will catch y'all on the next episode. Peace out.